Guy and people, welcome back to my channel. Before I continue onto the negative news of the day, because that's all it seems to be recently with Arsenal, negative news, and people like to call me negative, but how can I be positive when things like this is coming out? But before I start, listen, continue adding up the Instagram, continue adding up the Twitter, Turkish LDN. Love for everyone that's done it so far, love for everyone that's going to do it when they just heard this, and listen, love for everything else, the feedback, the comments, the messages, the DMs, all of that. Like from time to time I do go through it. So yeah, hopefully I get to reply to most people soon enough. But like I said, negative news of the day is Laurent Koscielny has decided not to show up for the tour or go absent, rejected the tour, whatever it is. I am surprised, but I'm not surprised, if that makes sense. I'm surprised because Koscielny has always been kind of like a role model figure. Do you know what I mean? So with it being him, that's what surprised me. But the news in itself, Arsenal Football Club have gone through some dire situations, some dire times throughout the last 10 years. So in the big scheme of things, this news is just a drop in the ocean, in my opinion. Like, it kind of, in my opinion, like I said just on my Twitter about an hour ago, it highlights that there is internal issues in this club. If Laurent Koscielny, with 1 year left, is trying to push a move out of the club by rejecting the tour, and he knows that by doing that, he's going to turn most of the fan base against him. And bear in mind, he's not going to earn as much in wherever he's going. Believe you me, he's not earning anywhere near 90k wherever. So he's pushing for a move to earn less money. And our fans are not like thinking about it in the bigger scheme of things, in my opinion. I think everyone's just outraged all of a sudden. And I know it's different situations, but it does remind me of the Van Persie exit, when I was the same at the time. I've learned over time that it's better to take a step back and understand the full situation first before you make a judgment, before you get down someone's neck. And before I continue, I'm not Koscielny's biggest fan anyway. You lot have saw my videos, you saw my interviews. I've said he's finished. I've never said he's world class. I've said we should have got rid of him, well, a couple of years ago when he still had some value. But you're now essentially trying to move on. What is he, 30? Turning 34 in September. So he's 34 this coming season. He already can't play 2 games a week. He's already injury prone. And you're trying to get a fee for him with a year left as well. Like, come on, how many silly things can our club do? Like, I know some people are saying, maybe our club's making a stand and we do lack funds, so it's good that we're doing that. This is not someone that has much value to be chasing, in my opinion. It's not even it's fact. There's not much value in him. Listen, he's on 90k a week. It's all easy to say, let him rot in the reserves, because a lot of people are saying that as well. But it rots in the reserves. So he's going to earn 90k a week to basically do fuck all. Just train with the reserves, have fun, play, and keep himself fresh for the next team. That's not rotting. Like, someone doesn't rot earning 90k a week. Trust me. Believe you me. Think about what you're saying if you are one of those people. Because there's no way a man, a woman, anyone is earning 90k a week and feels like they're rotting at the same time. Trust me. That is not the answer. That is not the answer here. The answer to me was, to be honest, let him go. Again, it shows that we're a very reactive club. If we was proactive, I'm sure Koscielny has highlighted earlier in the latter part of the season or earlier in the transfer window that he wants to leave. But instead of trying to replace him, instead of working on a centre-back now, we've been working on a young 18-year-old centre-back for next season and forcing him to stay. If he's definitely told the club early on that. I believe Koscielny he is kind of, well, until this situation, he has been kind of a role model figure for all these people that love these characters instead of loving the football on show. Do you get me? Which he's been poor. He's been poor for a long time. That's another thing. I'm swaying from thing to thing, but not a leader. Never been a leader. He's never been world class. Look at that Birmingham Cup final. Funnily enough, when they signed Martins, I think they signed him in January, I said, this guy's going to score the winner against us. And he did that. But the way he did that was a whole nother thing. Like, some people started to say Szczesny and Koscielny. Nah, it was Koscielny. And after that, Ferguson went and smacked his head down. When I see that now, I think, what's going on? What is going on? That's not someone that you need in the middle of your defence. I'm going to be honest. Like, as much as he has been a very good centre-back, that mentality there is weak. How can you let any man, let alone Barry Ferguson, smack your head down? That is above. The match would have been abandoned then and there. Are you crazy? It's already the last minute anyway. I fucked up already, and then you slap my head. I'm ending this match here. It might look selfish, but Nah. There's no way I'll send. Someone highlighted the Costa situation when Costa headbutted him. Gabriel had to step in. Because Koscielny's like, let me not even get onto what Koscielny is, man. Because that guy's too soft. He's always been too soft. And that's been his problem. As well as the fact that Wenger didn't couple him up with a proper centre-back. Because although Mertesacker did do well, the combination didn't work as well as people tend to think or tend to remember. Because our defence has been abysmal for years. Don't ever get it twisted. Yeah, it's worse now, but it's been abysmal for years. Ever since the Invincibles or just after. Do you know what I mean? Ever since then, it's been dead defender after dead defender after weak mind after weak mind. Same shit, same profile. It's just been bollocks. But yeah, so Koscielny's loss to me is not... like, it was gone this summer or next. So to me, it's not a massive thing. Yeah, it makes us a bit of a laughing stock online, but to be honest, that's the least of my worries. That's like this banter FC thing, like all this banter era thing, that's the least of my worries, hearing people's jokes about us. The one thing I'm worried about is trying to get us and trying to do something about getting us back to trying at least. Because as fans, we don't have no divine right to win the league. 4 teams already spend the money that wins titles. So there's no divine right for one club to win it. Do you get me? But for fans, especially for fans of Arsenal Football Club, for the fans that pay the highest ticket prices in Europe, we deserve to have a team, have a club that show ambition and try. But a lot of people are going to stop me there and say it's the old regime that fucked it up. It's everyone, and the last one left is Kroenke, and it's wearing thin right now. I'm telling you, like people said, wait for the kit launch. Well, in a couple of days, it's 2 weeks since the kit launched. The club have already flown over to America to do their tour. No new players have started pre-season. Should we still wait, yeah? Still gonna wait, yeah? Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait, and we'll see who's right at the end of the day. Because I have no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna be right. I have no doubt in my mind that next season, a lot of us are not gonna be happy with it. A lot of us are going to be even more disappointed than this season, I think. If it continues the way it's continuing this summer. Because the same old face is back again. Now Laurent Koscielny's done this. A lot of people are saying, yeah, it's a bad look for the youngsters and whatnot. Listen, everyone knows how we are. So everything people see online, like the players are seeing it online. They know we're a joke. Like, us trying to do 40 million and a pound for Suarez, us doing 40 million when they want 80 million for Zaha. Them kind of things there make the club a laughing stock. Players don't need to see Koscielny rich. Like, Koscielny's got his own issues, innit? Like, whatever. Just forget him. Just dash him. Save the 4 mil in his wages. Whatever. People are telling me, we can get 2 to 4 mil for him. That's not gonna fucking do anything. Let's be honest. That's not gonna do anything. This is what I'm saying. Kroenke out. Not looking for 2 to 4 million in Laurent Koscielny. Like, cut your losses. He makes 4 mil a year. You're saving that. Cool. We promote someone. When we move, at least the person promoted. Like, fans, even myself, you can't get down certain players especially next season. I'm not going to get down the people that don't earn high bucks. I can't get onto them. The younger players promoted in, I can't get onto them. But trust me, the big names, because we barely have any of them apart from Oba and Laka, but the other big names, all the big names, they're all in for criticism, because at the end of the day, we really need to switch things up. we need to switch things up, and it hasn't started this summer. It didn't start in January, so I don't know when it is going to start. I don't know when people are going to open their eyes and say, yeah, the problems at the club have just been ever present since Kroenke has been in charge. The managers have changed, well, once. The backroom staff has changed. The ownership level has changed, and nothing footballing wise has changed apart from downhill since the Invincibles, downhill since Kroenke even invested in the club. So this Laurent Koscielny thing, like I think what did I mention? The Van Persie thing. Yeah, I just want to touch on that quickly because when Van Persie wrote the letter, yeah, trust me, at that time, I burnt his shirt. Fuck Van Persie. I still think he's a pagan. That's the thing. Don't get it twisted. I still think he's a pagan, but Van Persie wrote a letter, and when I go back and read that letter, he just opened up to us. He's done something that I want Wenger to do. He's done something that I want Koscielny to do after. He told us the truth. He told us, he sat down with Wenger and Gazidis, and it wasn't about wages. It was about Arsenal Football Club. And from that, he went on to say their visions are not the same for the football club. So if Van Persie's going to sit down with management and management and backroom, whatever Gazidis is, I forgot, but fuck him. Surely that shows that, okay, a lot of people say, oh, do you believe him? Yeah, I do believe him. Not many, like, look around. What players write letters to fans? Like, I actually believe him. Yes, afterwards he said the boy inside of me and whatever else he celebrated against us. Yeah, fuck him. But that letter in itself, we proper turned against him. And rightly so for going United, but we proper turned against him and ignored the letter. Me included. But when I look back and I've learned from that lesson, is what I take from this Koscielny one is, when they part ways, we're going to know the truth. And when we know the truth, we might look at this last few hours and say, you know what? Koscielny was right. Because Van Persie was right. Nasri, Sanya was right. Clichy, right? We can all talk about at these times, we were saying they're only going for money. You can easily say that, but they won things as well. They went to a team with more ambition. They went to a team that's challenging for the big trophies and justified it by winning things. So, like I said, us as Arsenal fans, we kind of look at things emotionally too much, like this Koscielny thing. I think we've got to understand that there must be a reason why someone who's handled themselves such like a role model that he'll allow some other little short man to smack him in the back of the head. Yeah, that's how much of a role model he is. He didn't even react to that, and that's just natural. You just go for the guy. Do you get me? But with Koscielny, there's something else. There's something else there. We're gonna find out what. That's why I'm holding back a bit. Yeah, I don't like him as a player anymore. Yes, he's done well for us over time. Like I said, I don't believe he's been supported well enough. But it's just a player. Okay, gone. I'm not gonna remember the Koscielny era. I'm not gonna remember the Koscielny era. Well, I might if people wanna laugh and people wanna laugh and joke. That era, that is part of his era. Okay, cool, but Koscielny to me, like, there's a bigger picture here. So let's see what it is, man. Let's see what it is.